tutorial video on how to use the official mod tools for Total War Shogun 2 that has just been come out, the assembly kit, and using some of the community tools that are already available at TW Center. First of all, you need to install the mod tools themselves. Those are available under Steam in Tools, and then this is the assembly kit, and you'll find an install item here. If you right click it, I already installed it, so this just said play game. If you go play game, then it'll go to the installation folder, and you'll find a modding zip there, and this you need to unzip to the following locations, to C and then some folder. It's best to unzip it here because it'll cause problems with too long file names if you do that anywhere else, and you cannot use spaces in the directory name. So I assume from now on that you've already done that. So let's move on from here. What I do when I start modding is I use the tool MMS, which is multi-mod support. You can get that at TW Center. I'll link in the description. So you'll start the MMS. First of all, it'll need to know where exactly you extracted your tools. So that'll be under official mod tools. You can just copy that, paste it here, and you're good to go. So this is what the multi-mod support tool looks like. It has an existing changes entry. This is for what you've already been working on, in case you haven't used MMS before. But that will usually be empty. It's just it'll just be created. Let's start with mod. What you do is add. So I'll just do a little mod which will change some of the prices, or one of the prices of one of the buildings. So let's say we'll call it reprice mod, and this will cause the support tool to create a folder for that and do a backup. So this will take a little time because it'll first have to change all the files. But from now on, this is the asterisk here says that this is the active mod you're working on right now. So now you want to start the mod tools themselves. So this will start the tweak tool, and we want to go into the database editor, and you can connect to the database, and then you want to start view and the table launcher. Now those are all the available database files that you can edit. You'll have to take a look around whatever you want to edit. In our case, like I said, I want to change some building price. So this is in the building levels table. I double click and it'll open. So those are all the buildings that are available with some other options, and this one is the create cost, which is the price to build. So let's say I want to edit the Citadel price or the Starfort price for the Boshin campaign, the Fall of the Samurai, because 18,000 is a bit too much. So let's say I want to do it for 400 for 14,000. So I'll just double click, edit, and press apply. This will close this window, and yeah, now you change the value in the file, and you want to export this to binary now, because this is edited in the XML file, and it'll have to be converted to binary to be able to create a pack file from that, but we'll see in a minute. So again, we go to the building level, select this. This is a table list for export. Press export, and this will export this table. Yeah, you can do any changes you want, but you'll have to export them later on. Don't forget that if you edited several tables to export all of them. Now the next tool in the chain is the Bob tool. We'll launch that from MMS as well. So it looks a bit confusing at first, but basically what you're working on is the DB folder here in working data. There's a raw data, which is the XML files, like this database tail here. This is all the database files that were in the list before. And this is basically the binary. You can also tell Bob to create that. If you click the building levels table here, then you can say, well, we want to convert it to binary, but we already did that. So you want to create a PEG file now. Press start, then it gets done. Create a PEG file, you get a lot of output here. And now your PEG is created. The MMS allows you now to go to several directories. This is the assembly kit, the installation directory that you gave before. And the PEG file will be created at retail, and then data. This is the file that you just created using Bob. Now, I also can open it directly from here in the PEG file manager. You'll first have to direct him to where you installed your PEG file manager. In my case, I put it on the desktop and in a folder called PEG file manager, and then I press open. So this will open the PEG file manager, which allows you to inspect the PEG file with all the contained binary data. And here you have this DB folder, which contains the building levels table and all the entry from the building level. Now, if you scroll down and look for the entry you just edited, which was boss KSL6, this is this line, you see the 14,000 appear here. What you'll also notice is that there's a variant model with lots of units added. This has been done by Bob, and that's actually a bug that they are fixing right now. It's probably not going to be in later versions. But yeah, the MMS has a tool set to remove that. Actually, in the post-process menu, you can select cleanup, and this will, as it says, delete the directories battle terrain and variant models. And I didn't edit anything really there, so open it again and check what happened. The two directories are gone. But now I also want the PEG file to be as small as possible, and all those entries are actually entries that come from the game. Those are actually copies from the game. So there's this optimize button here, and then it asks me for a prefix for my files, and it will actually also rename the file. So it's called reprise mod, so let's use rm as a prefix. Let us say optimizing DB files. You can open it again just to check back. So now the building level table, this is the file that we had. It's been prepended to the file name, and it only contains this one entry that you've been changing of 14,000. So yeah, that's now your PEG file is created. You can select install. This will copy this file to your Shogun folder. We can open the Shogun folder directly from MMS and check that it's actually there. It was called reprise mod, and here it is, which would contain all the changes. So now you can launch Shogun, and the mod manager comes up, and this will contain a list of all the mod packs that you have in this data folder, and you can just select it, and if you launch now, then your change will be applied. To install a mod after you've tested it enough, and you really have to test your mods whether everything works, and if you don't crash, you might be able to crash the game if you do something wrong. You have to double click this, and then you can select here, put in a name and a description for your mod, and add it to Steam Workshop. Yep, that's about it. I hope that gave